What's going on? What's going on? Tribe OCO to my Niji, sending love to the ancestors. Y'all already know what time it is. It's the Hood to Hood podcast, and I'm back with another live. Tonight we are talking about what's gonna happen at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We have y'all president, not my president, y'all president, sending threats to Iran, and things are looking kind of suspect. It's looking real suspect. So let's go to the message Donald Trump dropped. Okay, but before we get into that, let's give you guys a positive quote for today. Let's give us a positive quote because we need some positivity in the world right now. We need some good energy around the globe because right now all hell is breaking loose. Okay, I don't know. In a couple hours, all hell's supposed to break loose, according to Donald Trump. He keep threatening other people to, you know, destroy bridges and their infrastructure. I mean, he has pretty much lost his everlasting mind a long, long time ago. But so that we can be on the same page, let's get a positive quote. And while I'm pulling this up, tell me how you guys um, feel today. How do you guys feel about what's going on in the world with gas prices? I mean, oh my God, gas prices, grocery prices. Every time I grocery shop every week, it's like, damn, this just changed since last week. It's not even last year or 10 years ago. It's like last week type energy. And I'm not down with it. I'm not down with it. So, I just want to rant about that a little bit. Check in with the squad. I know I'm on here late as hell, but life has been life and lately for me, but I refuse to give up. I have accepted to be in the valley of silence for a long time, especially when it comes to growing a channel with my inconsistency. But life has been life, and so life has been occupying a lot of my time. But like I said, I'm here on YouTube trying to still push through for Hood to Hood, for people who may need a positive um, melanated Amerindian dentist on their timeline just to motivate us to keep going through all of the ups and the downs. To get here, it took a lot of downs, it took a lot of in betweens, arounds, you know what I mean? So even today's time of what's going on in the world, we will see the sunlight. So just stay focused. It's all propaganda, but we still got to pay attention to what the hell is going on because in the blink of an eye, with all of these psychopathic, clown ass people running governments based on war from the beginning, this is the only thing that they know. Since the beginning, it's been war, 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 war. We are POWs, right? And we're just seeing live in action the way they think about war, the way they pray to God for war, the way they thank Jesus for war. It's just really sad. So let's get into a quote from, Frederick Douglass. I love Frederick Douglass's quotes because he was born enslaved and he escaped and taught himself how to read. Well, someone helped him at 12 years old. So one of his favorite quotes that I have is knowledge makes us unfit to be a slave. So that's why every day I got to get some knowledge. I don't care what's going on in the world. Make sure you keep feeding your brain. What's going on? Hello, love. You're right. What's going on? How you feeling? How you feeling? So the quote that we're going to lead with tonight is, if there is no struggle, there is no progress, guys. Right? If there is no struggle, there is no progress. This can apply to all parts of life. Even for me right now, I'm going through a struggle. Being a dentalpreneur is taking a toll in multiple ways, but I still keep showing up and pushing because without the struggle, we don't get progress. Even if sometimes that progress leads you into a different direction or it pulls you on a different path in your journey, try not to resist change and growing, because sometimes growing is uncomfortable. Sometimes you can't really see the future. And I know for me, as someone who likes to plan and see the futures, that's not always the case. I wouldn't be here today if I could see the future. Even though you try to line it up, but it don't go the way you line it up. You say yes. She said yes. So another quote that we're gonna get into by Frederick Douglass, because he really believed in um like not just saying you're gonna change, but actually taking action. Now this is gonna hit home. He said, I prayed, because he was enslaved, by these same people who are starting war now, causing prices to skyrocket. They're asking for millions and billions of dollars to fund wars while they take away from the citizens because they don't care. They never care. And now it's just all out hell. It's all about, I'm right, you're wrong. Let me use my weapons of mass destruction and then like bully you. This is the craziest type of war I ever even seen. I never really lived through a true like World War I or World War II or the Seminole Wars, or like my ancestors, but just to see the actions right in my face is really alarming. It makes no sense. But this is what's going on. Iran is fighting with cartoon images. I'm like, what is this? And Trump, he's just saying whatever he really wants. And he is freaking psycho. So the next quote is, I prayed for freedom for 20 years, but received no answer until I prayed with my legs. What this means is we have to move our legs and take action against what's going on in the world today. I now see a lot of people speaking out and we're voicing our opinion, but we have to take action, guys. I see the other countries, they like, bump the government. We not doing it. We taking control. But here in America, we're being silent. They raise the rent prices. We go and try to find 3, 4 jobs to pay it. We just used to like hustling to the point where you don't hustle yourself into a deeper rat wheel like this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm even experiencing that with overhead, with dentistry right now. Everything is sky high. So at this point, it's not just affecting some people, it's affecting all people. Maybe not the millionaires and the billionaires, but to the people like me working hard, trying to break generational curses and build some type of legacy, it does get tough, you know? Right? You know who behind that. It does get tough. Yeah, we know who behind all of this stuff that's going on right now. Um, am I gonna give us another quote, or I think that is it? All right, so we're gonna be done with the quotes. Now, if you don't know what Donald Trump said, let me just refresh our memory, because this is what I'm talking about. 8 o'clock tomorrow is supposed to hit the fan. You can never underestimate these clowns. You're a dentist. Yes, I am a dentist. I'm a dentist, streamer. Um, what else do I do? Dentistry, streaming. Dang, my brain went blank. Author. All of that good stuff. I make music. I'm like a jack of all trades, because I never let myself like get caught up in like a box. But I am a dentist and I have a dental practice, but ooh, it's taking me up and through there, up and through there. If you feel me, the dentist got on my behind about my teeth, but I know better. Yes, y'all know better about them teeth. Listen, I do not come on YouTube or my social medias and rant about teeth as much as I used to. But when I first started going live, that's all I talked about was dentistry, teeth, oral hygiene. But now I kind of branched off into indigenous history, politics a little bit, because it be pissing me off. Like, I can't even focus on teeth right now, because down my timeline is just war, like propaganda, and it's just the prices. You can't even ignore it when you go grocery shopping. You can't even ignore it. And when you got this guy who they call the president of their United States talking junk on the internet, it's like, what is this? Are we in the ghetto? I think we are. He said, yes, was it Sunday? And he said this is gonna happen Tuesday, tomorrow morning. So everybody like, oh my lord, what's finna happen? I know I'm waiting like, what is finna happen now? You really finna do this tomorrow? You already done sent planes and jets over that have been shot down, and you still keep trying it? Like, do you not care about the people's lives that you're sending over there? See, when it's not your own child, you think you could just push a button, say this. You send other people's children and families and fathers and sons to war, uncles to war. But it's just crazy. So on Sunday, Donald Trump said, quote, Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped into one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the effing straight, you crazy bastards. Or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. Now you see how he put praise be to Allah in something that is talking about unaliving people. You have the blueprint for colonization right here in your face in modern time. It's in modern time. It's not even, they're not even hiding it no more. Well, I don't think they ever really hid it, but it's not even being hidden, you know? And then when I went to get this, I seen this on there: Women for Trump. Jesus is my king. Trump is my president, the greatest of the lifetime. The Lord is working through him to unalive people. Are you kidding me? Come on now. What is this? Like, you can't make this stuff up, guys. You just really can't make it up. It's like it's really sad. It's sad. Now, I think I started a list yesterday of all the things that Trump is trying to get rid of just so he can go to war. Like, I don't know. What are y'all thoughts about this? What is your thoughts about this? What is your thoughts? Like, I think it's totally bizarre. I'm trying to find a list of things, and I'm probably not going to be able to find it, but he wanted to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. You know, like school lunch programs and housing help and credit help and like energy stuff and all kinds of like homeless stuff. And it's like, what? And you want to put it all into war just so you can go to Iran and have stuff get shot out the sky and play like you playing in a video game? Like, this is real life. This is not a video game. This is not, what is one of the games like um Call of Duty? What do y'all think this is? Call of Duty? Like, what? So I'm really lost at the state of the world right now. But I'm not really shocked because when I study history, it's all about war, control, taking land, claiming that it's yours if you're not a white male Christian prince. That's why Drewski did that skit on Erica Kirk. And she got mad because you around here talking about we got to protect white male men. They've been saying that since the beginning of time. She just doing what her ancestors taught her. People like, what do you mean? This is in all the documents that if the land that they took and they colonized around the world wasn't white male Christian prince, and then they could seize it and take it and make them POWs and call them slaves, So this stuff just go back to the beginning of the formation of the government. And it's really, really, really sad. It's really sad. I don't even know what to say about it. Because I'm not an expert in politics. I don't even. Somebody posted this now. I'm gonna show y'all this. This is Donald Trump on the way to to negotiate with Iran. So we don't know what's gonna go down in the negotiations, but that's him, you know. Oh, oh. I'm going hard on Donald Trump right now because he just pissing me off, man. Like, and then someone wrote a really insightful comment. It said they create money, but we got to pay taxes on everything, all to keep up slaves and all to keep us slaves in port. Like, what are they? What are they trying to do? Like, I don't know what they're trying to do. But those are the things that I came up on lately when it comes to the politics. And I had some more stuff, but it's not pulling up. So, yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I don't know. I don't know. And y'all know my whole thing is I try not to even watch politics. Like, I don't watch the news on purpose. But in the day and age of social media, you can't really ignore it. It's like all over your timeline because you have the president of their United States saying crazy stuff online. Like if I go to his what is it, Truth Social? I don't even be on Truth Social. I just went and downloaded it to see what the hell he was saying. Like, I can't believe you really said this. So he said in 1 hour. Hold on. They is clowning him on here. I can't even believe I'm even engaging in this politics stuff, but I'm trying to see if he said anything crazy lately. He ain't said nothing crazy lately. Iran must be done scare him, y'all. He ain't talking no more. He ain't talking that much junk no more, not yet. He ain't talking that much more junk. Not that I can see. Not that I can see now. Why you can't escape? It's just right there in your face. Uh, it's right there in your face every time you turn around. These clowns on here talking crazy. They talking crazy. So obviously he ain't said nothing crazy yet, but you know, well, he always saying something crazy. I just have to try to stay away from all the propaganda. But how does this impact us in the future? How does this impact the rest of the year? People are saying that gas prices are going to go to $10. I'm saying $10 an hour. $10 a gallon. The news drive me crazy sometimes. I have to turn off and go watch the Parkers. Listen, I will turn the news off in a second. I don't even really watch the news. I literally get the news from YouTube. You know, I don't know how it gets on my timeline. Maybe that's what it sees that I'm interested in some kind of way. I don't know, but it's always Trump. And maybe I should just like not interested. But they have been doing so much crazy stuff that I'm like, this can't be real. I'm sitting here watching my timeline. I'm like, Iran dropped a cartoon war video. What? This is like, I can't even. I can't even. Leave me alone right now with this. Tomorrow they're gonna probably drop another cartoon. Like, what? What is going on? Who's behind this? Iran. Not everybody is laughing at Trump behind. Because he around here, oh, you better open the strait, you better, or we gonna do this. It's like, are you really, or are you gonna try to go over there and put somebody else's life in danger? Like, I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm bugging. I don't really know. That's a good show, The Parkers. I haven't watched The Parkers in a long time. I haven't watched The Parkers in a long time. I hope not. I don't drive right now, but Damn, that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying it's going to be $10 an hour. Why do I keep saying $10 an hour? Boy, if gas go to $10 an hour, I know I'm never driving again. But $10 a gallon. I think some places in California have already hit nearly $10 a gallon. In my home city of Tallahassee, Florida, I'm not there right now. It is almost $5 a gallon, which is crazy. It's crazy. And I'm just gonna predict what's gonna happen tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, I feel like Iran is not gonna Iran. I feel like Iran is going to stand in the paint. They're gonna stand on business tomorrow, and they not folding. I feel like they just playing games because Trump keeps sending out these crazy threats. He keeps sending people and fighter jets and stuff over there, and it has been a failure every time. I mean, you already did damage and unalive little kids at a school. You already did that. You already did so much damage by even involving the American people in a war. They have nothing to really do with us for your own personal goals. So tomorrow, I feel like Iran is not going to Iran. And Donald Trump he may try to do a sneak attack, but it's going to fail again. And it may send them over there to rescue another pilot who has to eject from a fighter jet. Because I don't know what make y'all think y'all all of a sudden now going to send more fighter jets over and nothing's going to happen. I think they're going to be prepared. You know, you gave them 48 hours to prepare. Probably not the best idea. Tomorrow morning, Iran is going to drop another cartoon video, probably at 8 a.m., laughing. Now, I hope nobody dropped no fire, no BOMBs, nowhere. That's what I'm hoping. But now, I just don't know. It's all up in the air. We shall see. I'm going to go to sleep and then wake up tomorrow around 8 and see what the hell going on. But I just hope that eventually they all come to their senses. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. It seems like we're going to be in this World War III for at least a year now. Because if he's asking for, is it trillions of dollars? Let me see how much he asked for. For war, I'm not anticipating them quitting. How much money did Trump ask Congress for in April 2026 for war? And what does he want to cut out? Let's ask, because I really want to know this, because he asking for a lot of money for things to go get destroyed, and people got to work harder, pay taxes for this. This is crazy. It's crazy, guys. Bananas. He asked for $1.5 trillion. What? Hey, can I get one? It's like, hey, Dad, can I get $1.5 trillion so I can go play Call of Duty and send over some fighter jets and toot my horn? If y'all don't know, all the presidents in the past, from the first presidents, they committed war on the Amerindians, the indigenous people who look like me, melanated, copper tone indigenous people who were reclassified, right? They committed war. A lot of the first presidents, even George Washington, he was in the military. They colonized, they stole land, they were doing slave catching, slave raiding, all that stuff. And back in those days, and it seems like even these days, if you did war, that made you have extreme popularity. The opposite is happening for Donald Trump. He has positive popularity and a lot of negative popularity, but that's what war does. So my thing is, he's probably doing this for, popularity. He's doing this for the stock market. He's doing this for some low down to hide the Epstein file stuff, because he's all in the Epstein file. So it's all a distraction at the end of the day. Give him the money. That can just hit a key on the computer and get another trillion. Right. They could just print it. But you're making us pay taxes on money you can print. You're making us pay taxes while you could just print and go buy more fighter jets. So he asked for $1.5 trillion. Not billion, guys. Trillion. Pay all his money for his bullshit. Trillion. I didn't say billion. Even if he said, let's get 1.5 billion, I think that would be outrageous. But he asked for 1.5 trillion dollars. That is unheard of for a freaking war. And if you don't know, war started. Well, I'm not gonna say it started. Money started by them printing money to fund war when they were fighting the North or the Union versus the Loyalists back in the day. Was that the Civil War? They printed greenbacks, is what they call it. Something not backed by gold. It's the same greenbacks you see now. That's why money is green. It's called greenbacks. So he's asking them, hey, can you print me some greenbacks just so we can win this war? Bump what the people have the inflation, all of these numbers. We don't care about that, because if they dilute the system with $1.5 trillion, do you know what this does for inflation? Because inflation, we can't even keep up every week. The wages haven't kept up. Nothing has kept up with inflation. In dentistry, nothing has kept up. Insurance fees, which is why I can't even take insurance, haven't kept up since the 70s, guys. That means some dentists are still getting the same fees from the 70s and 80s and the 90s. It's just not, the math is not mathing. A lot of these other countries are figuring out, hey, the math isn't mathing. No matter if we get 2, 3, 4 jobs, we're never going to have a great quality of life if we don't take action now. But what action can we take? I don't even know, guys. I just know some action has to be taken, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm just another person yapping on the internet too now. You see what I'm saying? What do we do? 1 trillion. I never seen what 1 trillion look like. Girl, what does 1 trillion look like? I don't know. I don't know what it looked like. I don't even know. And they're probably going to give it to him. It says he requests roughly $1.5 trillion for defense, Pentagon, and military related activities, which is about 40 to 45% increase over current levels. That is crazy. That's crazy. He want to cut out education programs, like science programs, FEMA. And you know, when the hurricanes come, they're not going to have no money for the hurricanes. He want to cut out public health preparedness programs. He just want to cut out so many programs, environmental programs, social justice programs, just so he can fund war. And he also wants to cut down woke programs. I said, what is the woke programs? You know, they got something to do with our people. He said he wants to cut woke programs like the DEI, which I thought they already cut anyways, social justice programs, LGBT programs, HUD programs. Like, he just want to just cut everything, basically. I'm not going to keep reading the list, but it's a lot of stuff that he wants to cut out just so they can go to war and have to go on rescue missions. It's just doing too much at this point. That's why so many people are moving out of the U.S. because of him. The prices are different. The cost of living is different. Everything. You know, I've been looking into the cost of living around the world, and a lot of countries, their cost of living is way different. A lot of them cover healthcare. They cover education. You know, they don't have a lot of the issues that we have here. Let's see. Because I really want to know. It's all about research, guys. This is what makes us unfit to be slaves to the system, is knowledge. So I'm all about getting knowledge. So with health, education, jobs, inflation, and taxes, I think that's the main question. So I said, how it says overall the U.S. has relatively high out-of-pocket costs, moderate to high living costs in big cities. We don't even have universal health care. It's not really telling me what I wanted to know, but I know there are some countries like where they cover their citizens' health care, colleges cover. You don't have all this debt like you have over here. But because they have white supremacy over here, a lot of these programs and the differences in healthcare and education, they try to be racist with it so it won't be universal. So they won't give universal health care because there's a certain group of people who they don't want to help. You know, they just don't want to help. That's just my opinion. You know, that is my opinion. Let's compare US to Germany, I guess. It says UF health spending per person is roughly double Germany, yet US still leaves people uninsured and underinsured. In Germany, everyone must have health insurance with statutory funds covering most residents. What? Wow. So households have fewer catastrophic medical bills than in the US. That's crazy. In the US, tuition is typically much higher. German public universities charge low fees to most students, including many international students, especially at the bachelor's level. But here in the US, for a bachelor's degree is very expensive. And you know, for the doctoral level, for me, my degree was $500,000. Yes, yes, $500,000, guys. That's how much it cost me to become a dentist in America. Hmm. So you see me, I can't relax. I can't take no days off. I can't take no days off, you know. It says Germany invests, I'm just comparing the US to Germany, invest more in structured vocational training, which provides a route into skilled work without large student debt, whereas the US leans more on college degrees financed by families and loans. That is crazy. So you can see anywhere let's go to what places have free college around the world. Because I mean, Trump asking for $1.5 trillion. He's not asking for it to give students free lunch or to, give everybody universal college or eliminate student loans. He's talking about to go buy war jets and I don't know, just crazy. It says truly are mostly free for everyone at public universities. It says these countries generally have no tuition at public universities for both local and most international students. So Germany, no tuition at most public universities. That's crazy, right? How many of us have went to school and had to get a loan to go to school? And that only started when so-called African Americans, American Indians wanted to go to school. Then they started saying, "No, we got to charge loans for you to go because it's all about white male Christian prince or white supremacy," right? Norway, no tuition, but they have a very high cost of living. Brazil, public universities are tuition free for all students. That's crazy. That is crazy. The Czech Republic, tuition free. Iceland, many universities don't charge. Panama. Other places that have free education for citizens is Austria, Denmark, Finland, Sweden, Spain, Greece, Poland. And the list keeps going on. France, Italy, not fully free, but you get what I'm trying to say. You get the point. You get the point. What about dentistry? Now that would be a good question. What places offer dentistry? So meanwhile, Trump is causing us to have everything higher. Everything now is about bills, 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 bills. We live in a bill economy, a bill society. Everything is about knocking you over the head and increasing the fee and subscriptions. That's another thing, guys. These subscriptions is off the chain. Last week I deleted like 5 or 6 subscriptions. I just got so pissed. I'm like, you know what? I don't want another subscription. Like, even with dentistry, everything is turning into a subscription. So it's making it higher. Back in the day, you could take those lower fees because they matched the cost of living back then. But now, without the fees going up with the insurance companies, and you know, it just makes it a lot harder. You can't even really run anything because everything is a subscription. Before, you could buy whatever you needed, you could have it. The charts were all on the paper charts. I don't want to go back to paper. I kind of prefer digital, but at the same time, now there's like, if you have digital, then everything is like a subscription. You know, subscriptions is another issue nowadays. How many TV subscription programs are there now? It was just Netflix. Now every one of them has a subscription. HBO has a subscription. Cinemax has a subscription. Hulu has a YouTube. It's just too much. So they are ripping us off left and right. And if you don't pay attention to it, it will end up bad for us. You know, so budgeting is going to be important. Cutting off the subscriptions is going to be important. Not listening to propaganda all day is going to be very, very important, even though it's very hard to ignore. It's very hard to ignore. But some days you just got to turn it off. Now, tomorrow it's going to be hard for me to ignore it. I'm probably be paying attention. Like, what's going on? And this is how they get us. We're not focused on the Epstein files no more. We all focus on what bizarre thing he's going to say in the morning. You know, it's sad. I hope this government actually crumbles down to the ground. It's just my opinion. Put in the comments how you feel. If you feel like you don't want it to crumble to the ground, that's you. But I feel like a government built on war, built on hate, built on white supremacy, built on just oppression, built on free labor, enslaving people mentally, physically, and spiritually, economically, in every kind of way, has to crumble down. If you could go and print $1.5 trillion just to go to war, you need to crumble down. It's time. It's time for this land to be back into the owners. You know, there's a big talk about reparations and all these things, but when you are indigenous to this land, you need restitution and you need your land back. That may not happen in my lifetime. When I think about it, I don't know if that's going to happen in my lifetime, but I hope that it happens in the future because the information is out there, the knowledge is out there, and we can't sleep on the knowledge anymore. You know? Now, every day I say I'm going to come on here and read this letter from 1606. I can't read it tonight because, you know, life been lifing. But I have to read this letter eventually because it tells a lot about who we're dealing with and how they look at us. But if you want to read it before I do, I keep telling y'all where to go find these letters. If you like halfway sleep and you don't know, it's like you don't really know who you are. You haven't done your genealogy. You don't really know what's going on in the world. Like, Dr. Sean, what the hell are you talking about? When I'm talking about historical facts, go to avalon.law.edu.yale. Go here, guys. It has all. You see that? Go there. avalon.law.yale.edu. You can find all of the documents of how this government started. It is so evil when you read these documents of how they plan to come over here and turn the melanated indigenous people into chattel and traffic us. It's sad. It's sad. Yesterday I read one paragraph. Maybe today I should read one. And then I'm going to get off of here because it's getting kind of late. Let's read one paragraph so we can see who we're dealing with. Eventually I'm going to read the whole thing to y'all, but it's going to take me to focus. And I'm just not focused right now. So let me find a good paragraph to read. let's read this shorter paragraph. When they're talking about chattel, people always talk about chattel slavery. Well, they started this. This letter is from 1606. The royal family over there in Europe made a charter for them to come over here and steal land and start colonies and habitation and traffic people as chattel. And they use those words in this document. Go to this website. They use the word trafficking. They use the word chattel, colony, plantation, all this stuff. They use it in this letter. So this one paragraph said, and we do further by these presents for us, our heirs and successors, give and grant unto the said Sir Thomas Gates, Sir George Saunders, Richard Hucklet, and Edward Maria Wingfield, and their to their associates of the said first colony and plantation, and to the said Thomas Ham, Raleigh Gilbert, William Parker, and George Popham, and their associates of the said second colony and plantation. So the charter was for the North, I think it's North Virginia and the bottom of Virginia. They were sending them over here to start 2 colonies, right? And while they say Plymouth, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Plymouth was one of the colonies, and the other one was I can't think of the other name. But anywho, it said the second colony and plantation, that they and every of them by their deputies, ministers, and factors may transport the goods, chattels. Pay attention. They said the chattels. In the paragraph before this is really long. They talk about trafficking and all that. But now they're telling you what they're trafficking. That's why you have the word chattel, slavery attached to people who were melanated because they thought of us as animals because we were not white, male, Christian princes as they thought. But what the hell, prince, go around the world stealing land and unaliving people? Nah, that's not royal at all. It's actually demonic. Okay? This is why you got to be very careful and have plenty of discernment when you're dealing with these colonizers like Trump. They come from a long evil history, guys. It's because they get up there in front of the world and talk, and in God we trust, we're going to go over here and make Iran pay for it. And they say it with such freaking, you know what I'm saying? It just pissed me off. So they said chattel, armor. This is what they talk about with the first 2 colonies. Munition, furniture, needful to be used by them for their said apparel, food, defense, and otherwise in respect of said plantations, out of the realms of England and Ireland and all other our dominions from time to time, for and during the time of 7 years, now ensuing the date hereof, for the better relief of the said several colonies and plantations, without any custom, subsidy, or other duty unto us, our heirs or successors, to be yielded or paid for the same. That's just one little paragraph, but it just goes to show you war is not new in this country. That's my point. War is not new. It's still going on. And tomorrow, we don't know. I'm just sending positive vibes into the atmosphere. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. When you watch this on the replay, tell me what y'all think in the comments. Tell me when y'all think this war gonna end. What do you think is gonna happen to the grocery prices, the rent prices, just the bills in general, the gas prices, businesses? I seen something on YouTube the other day. It was like everyone needs to have a business now, especially even in the world of AI going crazy, stupid ham right now. AI doing the dummy right now. What do I mean by that? AI doing the dummy. What I mean by AI doing the dummy is AI is able to do everything right now. AI can sing perfectly. It can research perfectly. It can create ads and everything perfectly. It is impacting every industry. It can read x-rays. Do y'all hear me or not? AI is off the chain. And so many people have been saying, "Oh my gosh, AI is moving so fast." And in the beginning, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm all for AI because AI is allowing me to develop apps, um, do different designs, be creative, and not be held back, like not have a bottleneck at a rapid pace." But behind the scenes, I hear about the data centers, how much water that is requiring. So I know that it has some type of long term impact that's not good for the environment. So we're just in a crazy period in time where we don't really know what the future holds, but they are definitely sending out, I call it fear mongering news about AI. It kind of reminds me of, you remember when in the 2000s or the 99s, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, when the time when it hits 2000, I don't know if it was the world was the computers was going to crash. I don't know, but it was a big deal." It's the same thing with AI. It's like people think it's going to go crazy, but you still need humans to run AI. Now, if they start to give them independent thinking, which they have started to do, like is it AGI, then that could pose a problem. But this is the times that we live in, so I don't know, guys. I don't know. But what I do know is I'm happy that I showed up here tonight. Thank y'all for coming and chit chatting with me. And yeah, we all feeling the pain right now on every level. Everybody is feeling the pinch. Like we're feeling it. And I feel like we all are on edge. Everybody's on edge right now. Some people may be ignoring it, but I'm on edge because the grocery prices make me on edge. That's what made me be like, wait, this was just $13, and before that it was $9 last year, and now it's $20. That is enough to piss you off. Like I be looking at the prices, like I can't even make what I was gonna make because it's just I refuse to pay it. Like, what is this? Let me think of something else. Because it's like I don't want to pay double for something that I was just paying this price for. Am I being rebellious? At this point, we need gardens. We need some seeds in the ground. Something. Something has to give, you know, before the whole world crash out. Trump has set this ultimatum for Iran that could lead to massive bombing campaign tomorrow. I don't know, guys. But we're not going to panic. We're just gonna continue to stay spiritually grounded, show up for ourselves, talk about it, and hopefully figure out how we can take action. How we can all take action. I don't know how to take action. I'm hoping someone knows how to take action. I feel pretty helpless in this war situation. Like I said, we've never been through a war. I've never been through a war. I don't know what the hell, how this works, but it feels very awkward. You know? So yeah, we're gonna get up tomorrow and pray that all hell doesn't break loose. We're gonna pray. But in the meantime, in between time, oh no, that's not what I want to do. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna play a little fat and I'm off of here. Hey, 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 hey. Long. All right, guys. So remember to be great tomorrow. Don't let any news into your brain. Keep moving with full light, full love, full for the future. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Don't worry about the people who are not with it. You know, don't worry about what other people have to say about you. Just keep moving forward with that glow. Okay, you got that glow, and you already know. You already know this. You already got. So don't doubt yourself. I'm gonna deal with y'all. Press this down. Not that it was just a temporary distraction. Temporary. I'm really hoping this thing really. I'm gonna get back focused, not on the war. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try my best to get back focused because I feel like it's dragging and making me focus. I don't want to talk about that. All the time. I just had to talk about it today, child, because that guy is crazy. Like, he's saying stuff that it's like, what did you own, bro? What did you own? What did you own? And before, hey, hey. So yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and smash that subscribe button. If you watching on the replay, you got to this far. I know that you really, really, support Dr. Sean TV and the Hood to Hood podcast. I'm still a work in progress. I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out all of the generational curses. I'm still in the paint with it, hustling hard every day, trying to make my dreams come alive, especially on these YouTube streets. Still trying, not gonna quit. But yeah. And I love going live. And right now, I'm just streaming live on YouTube instead of everywhere and testing that out. So it's good that I had Don come through and Eve Rogel come through. So thank y'all for coming through and keeping me company, because I'd be thinking that it's gonna be the Valley of Silence up in here. I've already prepared myself to be in the Valley of Silence. So when y'all come through and y'all show love, even if it's the middle of the night, I really, really appreciate that. And if you come through and you drop comments on it, I really appreciate you as well. We're going somewhere on this channel. It's only gonna get better and better and better, you know. From where I started streaming to where I am now, it's a lot better. I'm getting more comfortable on the mic, and yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings, guys. I will holler at y'all in the morning, and I wish I could just be live for the whole time, but I have responsibilities. I have responsibilities, and tomorrow I got a lot to do. A lot to do, and I'm strolling. It's just fear mongering. So let's put this phone down, clear your head, some deep breaths in. Let's go. One more time. Let all the negativity out, and we out. Peace out, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.